So we have a brand new Hot Toys figure right here. As you might be able to see from what it says right there, this is a Deadpool and Wolverine Hot Toys. It is the Deadpool one. So let me unbox this real quick and we're going to take a look. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is the Battle Damaged Edition one, because as you can see right here, we've got the old one that is the original Deadpool and Wolverine one. But yeah, this is the battling version, as it says right on the top there. Right, now that it is out of the seal, time to take off the plastic. Heck yeah, dude. Again, I love Hot Toys boxes. I think the designs look sick on them, and just like the quality in general. But yeah, as you can see in here, kind of reflecting a little bit, but we have the Wolverine claws and everything, the Wolverine skull, the swords, nunchucks, all that stuff. And then we've got the Ryan Reynolds head sculpt, as well as right here, the mask slightly up head sculpt. But real quick, I'm going to switch to my phone camera so that we can take a closer, better look at this figure. Okay, so now on the phone camera, we can see everything a little bit more clearly. But yeah, we've got different pieces here and everything. So let me take it out of the box real quick and we'll take a closer look. Okay, so now out of the box, we can see everything a little bit closer here. And there's also like logs and stuff, which I think is pretty neat. But as well, I realized while pulling it out, there is a little TVA door for a display. So honestly, I'll probably put this up right back here with all my other Hot Toys figures and stuff. But yeah, back to the actual figure itself. Let me cut all the tape that's taping stuff down and we'll take them out and look at them. Okay, so we've got all of the different accessories and the knife, the guns, the swords. But let's look at the actual figure itself in all of its glory. But here, let's actually take a look. Yeah, so we got some like other, I would say, design pieces for this like background, because as you can see right here, this is like a base plate thing for the TVA door. Yeah, so I'd assume these are both pieces that just attach there or are used for some sort of extra design. But yeah, they're actually pretty detailed and they don't feel like crappy material or anything. Like, they feel like very high quality material. So very happy about that. And then we've got the nunchucks right here. I think, yeah, it does bend, so very neat. And these, they do feel plasticky, but they don't feel like crappy plastic. Like, I don't think they would like break or anything, but as you can see there, that is moving a little bit. So I would just be careful, honestly, with these, because they don't feel like bad quality or anything, but they're not metal, which I think makes sense, but it would have been cool if they were metal. And then we've got a couple other little bone pieces here, also probably just used as accessories. Again, they're plastic. And then the claws, These are also plastic. Again, doesn't feel like too crappy. I don't think you could easily break them, but I would still be careful. So we're gonna set those over there because I'm definitely posing him with these as however I decide to pose him. So for sure gonna use those. And then these are the little wrist straps that go with it. Also plastic pieces. And then right here, we got this. This is also plastic, it feels like. It doesn't feel like metal or anything. But the Hugh Jackman Wolverine head and like spine and stuff. Very, very cool. The mouth does move, so that's pretty neat. Yeah, I might be able to find somewhere to put that, but yet another accessory. And then right here we have the Ryan Reynolds head sculpt. Let me take it out of the little plastic. Yeah, very, very detailed. It looks so incredible. This looks like spot on. And I'm not sure, I don't think it has rolling eyeballs, but it might. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus on it. Yeah, it looks like it might have rolling eyeballs, but I'm not 100% certain. But we can definitely take a look at that a little bit later. Then as well, we've got the other head sculpt with the mask starting to get rolled up. Also very, very detailed. I like the way that this one looks as well. And, oh, interesting that they've got a little thing there. Yeah, and then we've got the figure, but we're gonna look at this in a second because we do also, let me pull this, boom. Yeah, we're gonna take a look at this figure in a second because we do also have the base plate thing for the TVA door that, yeah, does this have like, is this like a battery thing? Oh, does it light up? If it lights up, that would be actually so sick. Oh my gosh, it lights up. That's actually so cool. And I'd assume this is a charger thing for it or a stand of sorts. Interesting. Okay, we'll take a look at these a little bit more in a second, but we do now have the actual Deadpool figure to look at. So I'm gonna remove all the plastic just so that nothing gets damaged and move this little thing out of the way. Then we will get a closer in-depth look at it. Now that that is all done, we've got the figure right here. Just from looking at it, first glance and everything, let me try and focus it in. There we go. But yeah, just from looking at it, like first glance, you can see like some of the damage for the battle damage is like on the knee pads, and you can see like dust and like a couple little like holes in the fabric and stuff, which is meant to be there. So it's not like this is like defective or anything like that. But if we take this one and compare it, if we were to compare it to the other figure for Deadpool and Wolverine, we do have this one, and this is the old one. So the red is way more vibrant on the older one, and obviously there's no damage or anything like that. In terms of the mask, it feels the same and everything. And like, I mean, the material, it feels the same quality and everything. Same details on both. Like, there's not much difference other than the accessories that it comes with, as well as the fact that the suit is battle damaged instead. But yeah, with that, we're gonna go ahead take a look at it with the Ryan Reynolds head sculpt on it. All right, so this is what the figure looks like with the Ryan Reynolds head sculpt on. Honestly, it looks really good, but I don't know if I'm gonna display it with the Ryan Reynolds head sculpt just because of the fact that I do want to do it with the claws and stuff. So I don't think I would do it with this head sculpt either, where it's the mask slightly up. I definitely think I will still use this one. And I'll use these swap out eyes, because I also did realize I forgot to mention the fact that there was one set of swap out eyes. That was it. But yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at all of this stuff over here. Okay, so we got our, you know, as per usual, our extra little things for the hands. And then, oh, I guess this is upside down. But we got heart hands right there. We got just normal open fingers, thumbs up. These fingers with like a 2, a pointing finger, a bunch of others here. And then obviously we also have the Wolverine claw hands. And then we've got baby knife. We've got the katanas, and then we've got the guns. These are the same as the ones from the old figure. So they're pretty good quality. They've got, like, you can do stuff with them like this, like, which I think is so sick, especially because of, like, how tiny of a detail it is. But now that we've got all of that out of the way, let me go ahead and take a second to go set up the stand and everything, and I'm going to pose him exactly how I want him to be posed. Okay, so right here, this is exactly how I'm gonna have this figure posed in my collection. So we've got him with the claws on, sitting with the TVA door behind him, and I found out this thing is like a crotch holder basically, so that it keeps the figure standing up. I do kind of want to try and get him kind of in a similar, if not the same pose as he was in the movie, when he was like like using the claws and he like held them out. So I might try and look at that real quick. I did also come to find out that the light on the TVA door does need to be charged, so I may do that as well to see what that looks like. But yeah, honestly, I would definitely recommend getting this figure over the original one if you were wanting to get a Deadpool Hot Toys figure, just because the accessories that it comes with, minus the fact that it doesn't come with that many swap out eyes, but the head sculpts, all of these different weapons and things, and all of the hands, and just the fact that it comes with the claws and everything, I would recommend to get this one over that one. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and put it into the collection, and we're gonna go switch over back to the first camera. Yeah, as you can see back there, I have it posed with the TVA door behind it. It does have the claws. I know it won't like focus because it's trying to focus on my face. So maybe it's not focusing on it. That's fine. Or let me see. There we go. Kind of get it to go up. There we go. Yeah. So I know this is a bit unconventional of a way to show it, but yeah, we got it right there. I think it's an awesome addition to my collection, but yeah, again, as I did say, I would definitely recommend to get that newer one with the battle damage and stuff over the older one, just because you get more accessories and a whole bunch of other stuff with it. And like that background and everything. And you also get the Ryan Reynolds head sculpt, which I've got still right here, if it wants to focus. Come on. There we go. But yeah, you get the Ryan Reynolds head sculpt as well, which is like the first time they've ever done this. And they've had, I want to say, another 3 Deadpool figures. Before that one, there's that one, the Deadpool and Wolverine one. That's the normal one. And then there was one for Deadpool 1 and for Deadpool 2. I think there was actually 2 for Deadpool 2. But yeah, they've never done a Ryan Reynolds head sculpt before. So if you want to get that as well, that's pretty sick. And the claws. The main reason I got it was for the claws and for the head sculpt. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see me do more Hot Toys reviews and stuff, I have a couple more that will probably be getting shipped out next year. Like I think the Daredevil one is supposed to get shipped next year, and I did pre-order that one. Jinx from Arcane as well. I did pre-order. I think I'll get that one next year. And then also Yelena from Thunderbolts. I think those are the only other 3 that I have that I'm like still waiting on. But as soon as I get those, I'll do some more reviews. If I find any others at some point in between then, for whatever reason, I'll do reviews for those as well. But thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.